Welcome to a brand new episode of the Post Game. I am your host, Davion. I'm joined by Lillian
What's up?
and Emmett.
Hey y'all.
How are we doing today?
Good, man.
Pretty decent.
Good. Today, we are continuing our Let's Talk NBA series. Today, we're talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers. Like we start all of these. What's their peak? Like, what's their height this year? What are we looking at?
Second round.
Playoffs?
Yeah. I think they can make the second round. I mean, going into last year, they were a really good team. Then Jared Allen got hurt.
Yeah.
I think Garland might have been out for a little bit, and that hurt them. But that team stays healthy. That is a playoff team that can win a series.
I agree. I think second round, and that's about it. I think that they could kind of be like the Memphis Grizzlies of last year. Like, I think they could surprise some people and be like a 2-3 seed in the East. I really do. Because they got a star point guard. They got like your Jaren Jackson Jr. on the rise and Evan Mobley. And then you got like one of the best defensive centers, Jared Allen. And that just what's up?
Yeah, one of my favorite things about the Cavs, though, is that last year they started the year with Ricky Rubio, right? He was playing really well, had like a 40-point performance, then ended
The
up
Garden.
Yell a couple weeks later, which sucks because I was really enjoying watching him play.
I love Ricky Rubio.
They trade him to the Pacers. He doesn't end up playing for the Pacers because he's hurt, but this offseason they actually signed him again.
Mm-hmm.
So really I guess what the Cavs really did was they didn't have to worry about his contracts while he was hurt. Got a couple things in return. They got Karis LeVert in return from the Pacers, and then they gave Rubio right back. So we didn't see LeVert play a lot with the Cavs last year, but I think if we see a Karis LeVert reminiscent of his time with Brooklyn, that's a dangerous team.
Yeah, man.
I agree. I mean, I love the Cavs. They're a decent team. They definitely do have potential to be a decent competitive team. So based off their team last year, I think you just said it. I love Jared Allen. I think he's one of the better defenders in this league, especially when it comes to defending. I think they have a really interesting young team full of players that are beginning to stick. I mean, Evan Mobley, LeVert. I mean, these are a lot of guys who are role players, but they know. I mean, they just need to be developed better. And if they develop better, then they'll be really good.
Yeah, I think like Evan Mobley is kind of the proof that now like teams see a 6'11", 7'1" dude that can move and shoot decently and defend. That's who you're taking every time.
Oh yeah. I mean, because he can literally shoot it lights out. Not lights out, not shoot it lights out, but he is a very dominant player.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I like him a lot. Like I think he has, potential to be a really good player in this league because, like you just said, he's 6'9". You can shoot the ball, you can defend, and he's quick. Like it's not like he's like very stagnant. He can defend really, really well, and like that's just nothing that helps his argument, and that hurts your argument of all these big men out here. Emmett.
I know, and I thought that he should have been like unbiased. I thought he should have been taken at least 2.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like tall point guards like Cade and LaMelo, those are sought after playmakers that can develop solid defense. But someone like Jalen Green, he's a hooper, but you can come by those guys a lot more easily. Scorers that are around 6'4", 6'5", and just have a natural ability to score the ball. And so this is just GM Emmett saying you need to take the players that it's harder to come by, and even if even if it does, even if it takes like a couple years for them to really flourish, I think that's worth it.
Yeah, because I mean, truthfully, they will flourish. I mean,
Yeah.
those like unicorns, like what's the guy's name?
Porzingis.
Porzingis. Yeah, like I mean, like granted, he's left some to desire, but he's definitely so good. Like he's definitely one that I would have traded up for as well. And so we were just talking about it before we're starting to record. Sexton, like what's going on with him?
I think that there might be Cavs fans in the comments that don't like this, but I think Sexton is the new Kyrie of Cleveland. I think he's a skilled guard that can play ball, but probably not best for the locker room or just how the team works now. I mean, I think Sexton was hurt all of last year, so now he needed to be on a prove-it deal, was given that opportunity and felt disrespected, I guess. And it's sort of like he's got to understand this is a business. You haven't really proven yourself yet.
Yeah.
So coming in here acting like you think you can be the face of this team when you haven't, when they've found guys that are the face of the team now. I mean,
and nobody's offering him a deal. Like
no.
He's still on the table.
He's literally got that deal, and that's it. So, and I think he played 11 games last season. You averaged 16 points in those 11 games. Like, that's not great. I mean, that's not terrible, but you also, this team flourished without you while you were gone. I mean, they played really well in the playing games, and so it's like, do we want to risk giving this man a big contract, or do we want to look elsewhere? And I'm thinking they're looking elsewhere if he doesn't take that prove-it deal.
Yeah, the team has some, like, after Kevin Love's contract is up and LeVert's contract is up, they've got a lot of cap flexibility to really make some big moves if they need to next offseason. And so I'm sure they're thinking about that when they're thinking of what they're going to do with Sexton, because, like, do you want to commit like 15, 20 million to this guy for over multiple years and be good with that? I don't really know. And I think there's a reason that there hasn't been a deal yet. And like, I think he does need to kind of just, like, similar to Victor Oladipo, like, he was screwed by injuries, not his fault, but like took a prove-it deal with the Heat, balled out in the conference finals, and he got a bigger contract. So that's just kind of the game you got to play if you have an injury like that, unless you're a superstar like KD or Kawhi.
Yeah, when you can sit down for years and they wait for you to come back.
We don't need to talk about KD. We can skip that.
Yeah, we're not talking about KD. We've talked these past couple podcasts. We've talked enough about Kevin Durant.
But yeah, I think that honestly, this Cavs team could do perfectly fine without him. You can have a backcourt of Rubio and Garland, throw Markkanen at the small forward, Mobley and Jared Allen in the front court, Karis LeVert off the bench as six man. That's a skilled lineup. Not necessarily a superstar anywhere in there, but you're not adding a superstar with Sexton anyways.
No.
So why pay him that money if he doesn't want to be there anyways?
Yeah.
Is there another team that we think that will go after Sexton?
I mean, once he isn't a restricted free agent anymore, I think anybody will take him. But
I mean, maybe how does it sound? I know this is all topic. What if the Mavs look at him?
That'd be solid.
It'd be interesting though, pairing Luka with Sexton.
I mean, because didn't the Mavs go after Gordon Dragic and they couldn't get him?
Yeah, but I think they went after Dragic for mentor reasons for Luka.
Yeah, and Luka liked him a lot. That's
Yeah.
Luka really wanted him. I don't think the Mavs will want him. Luka wanted him.
But Sexton's one of those weird players where, like, I guess you could say he's a scorer, like a little bit
Yeah,
on the cusp, but he's 6'1" and plays a shooting guard and isn't the greatest defender. And so, like, that alone, like it's nothing against him. Like he's a great player. It's just those attributes automatically warrant hesitation from teams to pay money to people like that.
yeah. I mean, and it's rightfully so because, like, I mean, like you just said, Emmett, to your point, like you can go out and find these types of guys all over the place. Like this is something that like this comes out 3-4 times a year. Like we see these guys that are developed like this every single time, and so until Sexton proves it for them next year, then there's no point in resupplying. So, I mean, as we begin to look elsewhere with the Cavs, like what is I think I already asked that. What do we think? How do we think Darius Garland is going to perform next year? Like, is he going to continue to play the same way he did last year?
I mean, I see no reason why not. I think we can continue to see him on an upwards projection.
Yeah.
I mean, he averaged 22 and 8 last year as the starting point guard, was an all-star, didn't miss too many games. So, I mean, maybe not improve too much, but I could see maybe averaging like 23 and 9.
Yeah, I agree. I think he can jump up.
I mean, I hope he can. I mean, like the kid definitely showed that he was better than Sexton last year, and he's a 6'1" guard.
Yeah, and like here's the thing: like they don't have like scorers on the team necessarily,
Yeah.
and so like I could easily see him jump up to 25 a game or something. Like this is third, fourth season is like when a lot of guys like to break out. So who knows?
Yeah, I agree. This team is like so out of okay. So I'm gonna make it. So who do we think is better, the Cavs or the Raptors?
Cavs.
Yeah.
Dude doesn't watch it.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say the Cavs. Absolutely not. I'm not gonna get killed. I mean, because the Raptors were fifth last season though.
Yeah, but I think the Cavs were better than the Raptors until injuries.
Yeah. I'm not
Obviously, injuries happen. I think that it was definitely some injuries that don't normally happen and happen near the end of the season after All-Star break. So I think as long as they can stay healthy, Cavs are 2-3 times better than the Raptors.
Yeah. One thing I mean, one critique I guess I got for the Cavs is paying like a hefty sum to Lauri Marketing last offseason. That was a little bit random. And so, like I was talking about the cap flexibility, like he's making like 18 mil or something for the next 3 years, I think. So I think he's provides some good floor spacing off the bench and whatnot. But I don't know. I wonder if they'll try and move him like this season or next. But hey, if they're having success, don't move them.
I mean, I think a piece of that is because they expect but they think Larry Marketing's ceiling is so high because I like the kid a lot when he was in Chicago, but it's like, are you gonna bring that same thing like to us? Like, are you gonna provide that same amount of are you going to be better? Like, are you going to develop in a better way? And I think that's what the Cavs, they put their eggs in this basket. Like, okay, Larry Marketing can be a dominant player for us this season. But it's just a matter of if he's going to be or not. Because right now, he played 61 games last year. He averaged 14.8 points. Like, I think he should get that should be a little bit higher, in my opinion.
I think that averaging 15 points a game for Lowry Markkinen is not bad at all. I think when you look at how the team's built this year, with you get scoring from Mobley, you get a lot of scoring from Garland. You're going to get scoring from LeVert. I don't think that it's Laurie's job is necessarily to score. I think he's more there to be a wing defender with length and to score when he needs to. So I think that, paying the 16.5 mil that they are, I think they know what they're going to get out of him, and I don't think they expect him to improve. Obviously, they hope for him to, but I think the goal wasn't scoring, but defense more than anything.
Yeah. I agree. I don't know. This team is just like one of those teams where it's like they can be good. Like are they better than is this Cavs team better than the Bulls?
Ooh.
You said it was so easy for the Raptors. Are they better than the Bulls? And are the Bulls better than the Raptors?
The Bulls are definitely better than the Raptors.
I agree.
We already said the Raptors are like first round exits, like 6 or 7 seed or something.
Look, I could see the Cavs being a better regular season team than the Bulls. It based on health and if they're both healthy, I genuinely don't know who to pick.
I could see the Cavs being a better playoff team than the Bulls too.
Whoa, okay. I'm not gonna let y'all sit here and trash the Bulls right now. I don't think so.
Hey, this is not me saying the Bulls are bad. This is me saying
I think the Bulls are better than the Cavs.
This is us saying the East is just competitive.
Loaded, yeah.
This is us saying that the East is the top 6 seeds were all separated by 2 total games.
Yeah.
The Bulls might be a playing team, maybe. I don't know.
Whoa.
Okay.
What? I'm just gonna take that small clip and just post it somewhere and be like, yeah, he meant it too.
Make a YouTube shorts out of that.
Okay. Real talk though. I could use a Bulls Cavs 4-5 series. That could happen. Even a 3-6.
If that happens, we got to go back to this video and just see who was right.
Wait. Did you say the Bulls?
He said Bulls Cavs 4-5.
Okay, I think they can't get. I think the Bulls' peak is 6. I'm at 5. They can't get higher than that.
Not
when you have the Heat, Celtics, Bucks, and 76ers. And whatever Brooklyn does next year.
Brooklyn's not doing anything next year.
Whoa.
We're not talking about KD, please.
They always come up, man. They always come up.
Bro, that man put in a whole ultimatum with the team owner.
He's sick.
Saying me or the coach.
Look, I think the East is interchangeable. Like you said, there's some clear-cut teams in the top 2 maybe, but I could see some changes in the middle of the playoff seeding.
I feel like I remember last year the Bucks purposely didn't play Giannis in the last game so they didn't have to play the Nets in the first game.
I saw that. That was funny. But granted, the Nets did tank for that spot.
Yeah. It's funny too because the Bucks would have ran through them.
Yeah, they would have. They would have just the Celtics did.
Instead, they ran through the Bulls. So.
Well, any final thoughts for the Cavs? That's all I got.
I know as a Warriors fan, I don't like the Cavs as an organization, but as a basketball fan, I hope they do well.
Okay.
Did y'all know they have Robin Lopez?
Yes, I just saw that. I was like,
that was the most random signing too.
This dude's Robin Lopez scares me. This dude's he's crazy.
He's a traditional big.
Oh yeah, him and his brother.
Yeah, and he wasn't even getting that much playing time in Orlando. What do you think is going to happen when he gets to Cleveland with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley?
Oh boy. Well,
speaking of traditional bigs, Jared Allen is a traditional big.
He is, yeah.
One of the best.
And on a steal of a contract.
Yeah. What he had 1 or 2 years left
What?
in his deal? 1 or 2 years left.
No, he's got like 4. Like I think he signed a 5-year deal at like but at like 100 mil or something like
Yeah,
that.
they're only signing. Yeah, he's only getting 20 mil this year.
Poor.
Like,
Signed it too fast, man. You gotta wait.
hey, but W for the Cavs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Cavs are gonna be really happy that happened.
They're still paying Kevin Love 29 though. So
That's sickening. That just makes me angry. How is this man getting so much money still?
All right, it's not as bad as Westbrook.
5 years ago.
Oh, let's not talk about him. Talk about
Okay,
trash
sorry.
contracts, bro.
Sorry.
$47 million to be the worst player on the team. Come on now. Anywho,
Worst player on the team.
hey, argue me down. I dare you.
Okay,
I dare you to try. He's the worst on the Lakers. Simple. But yeah, no. If you made it this far, I appreciate you listening. Been a good podcast today. Talking about the Cavs. I don't think they're gonna be that good, but that's just my thing. That's just me. But yeah, Lillian, Emmett, appreciate y'all for coming on and talking with me. But yeah, man, thank you for listening again. And this has been another episode of the Post Game. Peace.